Lesson: Auditing privacy statements and transparency practices. Auditing privacy statements and transparency practices is a critical component of ensuring robust data privacy and protection within organizations. As data privacy concerns escalate, businesses must be vigilant in crafting privacy statements that not only comply with legal standards, but also foster trust among stakeholders. This lesson aims to equip certified data privacy and protection auditors with the necessary tools and frameworks to effectively audit privacy statements and transparency practices, thereby ensuring organizational alignment with best practices and legal requirements. A privacy statement is more than a mere regulatory necessity. It is a testament to an organization's commitment to data protection and transparency. An effective audit of these statements must first consider the comprehensiveness and clarity of the language used. It is essential that privacy statements are written in plain language, avoiding legal jargon that may obfuscate key information. In 2019, a study revealed that 52% of consumers did not fully understand how companies use their data due to overly complex privacy policies. Auditors should assess whether the statement is accessible and understandable to the intended audience, ensuring that individuals can make informed decisions about their data. The next critical step in the audit process is evaluating the consistency of the privacy statement with the organization's actual data handling practices. Discrepancies between what is promised in the privacy statement and what is practiced can lead to legal liabilities and erosion of trust. A practical tool for this evaluation is the data flow mapping technique, which allows auditors to visualize the journey of data within the organization. By mapping out data flows, auditors can verify that the data collection, processing, storage, and sharing practices are accurately reflected in the privacy statement, thereby identifying potential areas of non-compliance or misrepresentation. In addition to assessing textual clarity and consistency, auditors must also scrutinize the transparency practices of the organization. Transparency is not just about providing access to privacy statements, but also about how the organization communicates with its stakeholders regarding data usage and protection measures. The implementation of privacy impact assessments can serve as a formidable framework in this regard. PIAs are designed to identify and mitigate privacy risks at the outset of any project or process that involves personal data. By conducting PIAs, organizations can preemptively address privacy concerns, thereby enhancing their transparency and accountability frameworks. A case study that illustrates the importance of transparency is the Facebook Cambridge Analytica scandal. In this instance, Facebook's lack of transparency regarding data sharing practices led to significant public outcry and regulatory scrutiny. This case underscores the necessity for organizations to not only have robust privacy statements, but also to ensure that stakeholders are well informed of any third-party data sharing arrangements. Auditors should meticulously evaluate the organization's disclosures concerning third-party data sharing, ensuring that these are explicitly stated and consented to by data subjects. The audit process should also encompass an evaluation of the organization's mechanisms for obtaining and managing consent. Consent is a cornerstone of data protection laws, such as the General Data Protection Regulation, which mandates that consent must be freely given, specific, informed, and unambiguous. A practical tool for assessing consent management is the Consent Management Platform, which helps organizations track and manage user consent throughout the data lifecycle. Auditors should examine the CMP to ensure that it provides clear options for users to opt in or opt out of data processing activities, and that it maintains accurate records of consent obtained. Furthermore, auditors must assess the organization's response mechanisms to data subject rights requests. Under data protection regulations, individuals have the right to access, rectify, and erase their personal data, among other rights. The effectiveness of an organization's processes in responding to these requests is indicative of its commitment to transparency and accountability. Auditors should review the procedures in place for handling such requests, ensuring that they are prompt, efficient, and compliant with regulatory timelines. Statistics reveal that organizations that prioritize transparency and accountability in their privacy practices are more likely to retain customer trust and loyalty. According to a 2020 survey, 81% of consumers were more likely to trust companies with transparent data practices. This statistic highlights the tangible benefits of robust transparency practices, not only in terms of regulatory compliance, but also in fostering a positive organizational reputation. In conclusion, auditing privacy statements and transparency practices requires a multifaceted approach that encompasses clarity, consistency, transparency, consent management, and response mechanisms to data subject rights. By employing tools such as data flow mapping, privacy impact assessments, and consent management platforms, certified data privacy and protection auditors can provide actionable insights that enhance organizational compliance and trust. The real-world examples and case studies presented underscore the critical importance of these practices in safeguarding personal data and maintaining stakeholder confidence. As data privacy regulations continue to evolve, the role of the CDPPA in auditing and enhancing privacy practices remains indispensable.